So today we'll discuss about one great project I can say, the mobile wallet, and also we'll learn more about their utilities and everything, and also how can guys like you can engage, and also how can you use this actually. So let me invite our own speaker today. So could you please just introduce yourself first, like how do you connect this project, and could you just give us an overview about yourself?
Sure, thank you. Thanks everyone for joining. My name is Gerald Cheney. I am the founder for Mobile Wallet Token. And just a little bit about myself. I started back in 2009 with telecommunications. So created a telecommunication company for both local and international calls, and ran that for a few years. And then I now moved into, project management as well as diving into cryptocurrencies. I was first exposed actually to Bitcoin in 2013. And by then, I was still trying to run my telecom company. But a little bit about myself, I've been an auditor for about 10 plus years. So I have that experience auditing companies from banks, to the person cutting your lawn. So I have exposure in that very huge banking experience as well, still in that industry in finance. And so that's a little bit about myself. I currently live in the United States, and I do have partnerships, and I've created companies in several other African countries.
Okay, thank you, Gerald, for introducing yourself actually. So, like, as you know, guys, that is mobile wallet is a gateway to a seamless crypto payment that enable the fact that there's the border payments actually that instant ATM cards, withdrawals, and secure the merchant transactions. So you can withdraw your money just instantly, no worry. So I just want to know more detail about like what inspired the creation of the mobile wallet actually. Can you share the story behind this project, and also what drove you to develop a solution like this kind of crypto space?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for that question. So, literally, let's start first with the adoption of crypto universally, right? And why we went ahead and created mobile wallet. And then another question just to add to that while I answer that is why are we starting with Africa, right? So, like you all know, even in today's developed environments, we're still having a huge hurdle to be able to load money into our wallets, be it where we could buy crypto or swap crypto. So even here in the US, it's still an issue because some banks still will not let you be able to send money to your Coinbase account, Binance, Bybit, all of those platforms you guys are familiar with. But even when they do, right, the fees that we're paying for using our debit card to load money into our wallets, it's significant. And so we thought about that and we said that this is an issue. We need to resolve it. But we also thought about the adoption because when you look at it from 2022, Nigeria has had the highest percentage of crypto adoption in the world, and you can verify that. You could check that on CoinGecko actually. The usage of crypto in these locations, Nigeria, South Africa, Morocco, Ghana, Kenya, it's significant as compared to even the United States. It's relatively significant. I'll give you a very quick example, right? 33.4% of the entire population in Nigeria are crypto friendly or do crypto transactions. Now, think about it 232 million, we're talking about 76 million wallets, in use today. So the question is, how do these guys get their Nairas converted into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, into Solana, into Binance Coin, into BNB? How do they do that today? Well, they do it through P2P, or you hand somebody cash, and then the person who has that crypto would send you the crypto. And then there are risk exposed to that, right? There is exposure of risk, there's uncertainty, and a lot of people have lost money as well as crypto using this method. So we thought about a system where it is secure, it is user friendly, and it is easy, less complicated for you to be able to load money into your wallets. Now, in our system, it doesn't matter if you have Binance, right? It doesn't matter if you have Coinbase. It doesn't matter if you have Bybit. We are able to allow you to come onto an ATM machine, put in your local fiat. If you're in Ghana, you're using Ghana cedis. If you're in Nigeria, you're using the naira. If you're in South Africa, you're using the rand. If you're in Cameroon, you're using the CFA. You can basically insert that money in there, and the transaction would be completed instantly, and the crypto you selected would be in your wallet, be it on a DEX or be it on a centralized exchange. We can take care of that. So that was an issue we are trying to address, and we believe that this is going to be something that will pave the way into how crypto gets adopted in other countries and how people can easily use it and store value.
Okay, yeah, got it. Definitely, I agreed with you. Like, I have worked with so many Nigerians. They're very crypto-friendly people. Like as you mentioned, yes, definitely, I agreed. So yeah, people, you can use this app. You can you can just make a payment instantly and so forth. So like Gerald, as for I know, there are a lot of projects like you in the crypto industry. They're also providing this kind of mobile wallet. So if I talk about your story, like what you are different actually in different aspects.
Yeah, sure. I did highlight a little bit when I started talking about that. The uniqueness is the availability of the service 24/7, right? So that service is available to you locally in your region, in your country, 24/7. So in our standalone ATM systems, you'll be able to walk up to it at any hour of the day. Now, there are systems that allow you to be able to run Plate and other, systems that can allow you to even take money from your bank account into your crypto exchange. But then locally in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Morocco, Cameroon, South Africa, it is still a challenge to be able to load money into your wallet. That is a problem that is today. I mean, the last Bitcoin conference, they were talking about adoption. If you looked at it, the theme of it was really adoption. How do we get people to adopt cryptocurrency? How do we get more people to use cryptocurrency? I mean, you cannot get more people to use cryptocurrency if you don't even allow them to be able to load their wallets with the cryptos they want. So this is that's the main distinction from us with every other token that is out there, or any other systems that is claiming that they can allow you ramp up or load your wallets with your local currency. Now the second thing also is that we're not dependent on the dollar or on the euro, right? It's not tied to the dollar or the euro. No, use your rand when you're in South Africa, right? Use your naira if you're in Nigeria. Use your Ghana cedis if you're in Ghana, right? Use your CFA if you're in Cameroon. Like really, we've created an ecosystem where it becomes very easy for you to take your local currency, walk up to a machine, and be like, man, BNB is going up today. I think I need some of that. And when you really think about it, we're providing a system for these people to be able to store value, right, with devaluation, right? And we know that um, the cryptocurrency today is the safe bet for you, basically. That way your salaries, let's say you're earning $50 a month, $100 a month, it doesn't matter. You want to be able to save that money, but you don't want to put it in a bank and then 6-7 years down the road, that 50,000, that €50 or $50 or $100 is not able to get you something worth that much. But now we're giving them the possibility of, hey, and most of these guys, again, mind you, most of these guys don't have the bank accounts yet because it's very costly to operate a bank accounts in this region. So we're providing them a way for them to store those their money, maybe their salary, or do savings. They can save it in BNB, they can save it in Solana, they can save it in Bitcoin. And when the value soars or it goes up, or even if it doesn't change, the day they're taking it out, they're taking it out at the price at which Bitcoin or BNB is selling that day. So it's not going to be the same local fiat that you just have it sitting in the bank and not doing anything.
Okay, I think like people, you don't need to like queue up a line for these payments. You can just just make it click, and also you can like withdraw your money from here actually. So Dylan, thank you. I just have like another little bit questions, like as for I know that you are working in the African regions, but how do you maintain this process with other countries actually? Like how do you plan to implement this ATM in other countries actually, and also how do you have planned to monitor this?
Oh, good. Thank you. That's a good question. And then I'll talk a little bit about, how we got here, right? Yes, it's a good project. You probably can see when I'm talking the vision, what we are trying to do. But it's a real good question. How do you penetrate this market? Um, I was born in Cameroon, right? I grew up for maybe early ages of in my early years in Cameroon, and then I moved over to the States. But the ecosystem or the economic system in that region, you see that we're putting a product out that is tailored to cater for the needs of these individuals in these regions, right? Now, how do we operate it? The first thing we did when we started, and now you see mobile wallet token today, and we're bringing it to you guys. There's been already a huge progress already made today, right? I mean, when you guys go to our website and you're able to read through the white paper, and you follow us either on Telegram, on Facebook, or on Twitter, or on X, now called X, you see we do have videos of what is actually happening today, right? The first implementation that we had was actually in Cameroon. Well, why? Well, because I'm from Cameroon. Maybe that's one of the reasons, but also because that was the first one of the first contracts that we secured. Right? What did we secure? Um, let me use an example of the U.S. today. We have a contract with two telco companies today. Right? These are telco giants in the entire Africa. Anybody in Africa, in any African country, would know this. It's an equivalent of an AT&T here in the US. It's MTN. It's a South African-based company, right? That spread all across in almost every African country, and it's Orange. So we got a contract with them to resolve one of the issues that they had. It was a liquidity issue where their customers, right? Again, we don't have to generate customers. Their customers, which some of these customers, if we're taking the example of Nigeria in this case, uh, part of that 76 million wallet addresses actually are customers to MTN or Orange or another telco company. So what we did is we secured contracts with them to take care of a liquidity issue they had. They wanted their customers to be able to transact, make a deposit and make a withdrawal into their electronic wallet, right? What they use in most of these countries is what it's equivalent to us as Cash App or Venmo, which is what we use to send money between each other, right? Today, here in the US. In several other countries, they have different things that they use. In Nigeria, for example, they use Momo, and in Cameroon, they call it Momo. It's mobile money, right? So it's where I can send you Austin money using your phone number, right? And guess what? That phone number is owned by a telco company. But the issue they had was that after 5 p.m., they have these kiosks that are, along the roadsides where you can go there and do your transaction. You can do a withdrawal, you can do a deposit, right? But after 5 p.m., the person working there has to go home, so they have to close the shop at 5 p.m., to go back to their families. What if you had an emergency at 6:30 or at 7 or at 8 or at midnight, right? And you needed to do cash because they are really still heavy on cash, right? Like fiscal cash. They had that issue now of where their customers actually want to transact, but there is no means for them to transact. So they came to us, and as a software development company, we gave them the idea, hey, let's put together an ATM that could operate 24/7, where at any time during the day, your customers can go in there, make a deposit, make a withdrawal from their, electronic wallet address. Those systems have been implemented in Kenya. M-Pesa was the first that actually started that. And they're all over the world. And so we decided to create those partnerships. Now, those partnerships, we already have them signed. So money in the bank, we have that already secured. And that's why today, when you go to some of our social media pages, you actually see a transaction with an individual in real life actually doing a real life transaction. And so we thought about the ecosystem and we talked about crypto and we said, hey, why don't we solve this other problem? We already have an equipment that could take care of that, right? Why don't we solve this other problem, which is a more bigger business, right? For crypto users that want to load money into their crypto. Maybe they want to buy BNB, maybe they want to buy Solana, maybe they want to buy uh, um, Ethereum. Now, we're not going to cover the millions and thousands of coins that are out there. No, we're only covering coins that are, we have 6 major coins that we'll be dealing with, right? Including our own token, because our own token, the mobile wallet token, would serve as a gateway for you to convert fiat to your cryptocurrency and vice versa at a cheaper rate and at which is more affordable and at a speed that is more remarkable. So we are cross chain. We are both our contract is both built on the Binance, right? And it's also built on Solana blockchains.
Okay, yeah, got it. And like he explained very well, actually, like every pros and cons about this. So guys, no worry about the security, nor about their expansion program. Like they have a long-term plan, I can say. We'll discuss more it later. So Jordan, I can see like you have your native token, which is your the I can say the main ecosystem right now. So could you share a bit about your tokenomics and also how can people use the token in your ecosystem, and also can people make a transitions with your token? Is that possible or not? Just give you like an overview about your token.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short on that one. Yes, you could transact. It's going to be like any other token that you have out there. The difference is that this is a utility token, right? It has a utility, which is what we're talking about before. What is it that is backing up the token? And so today, the use of that token would be where you walk up to an ATM machine and you wanted to use your local fiat. We talked about local fiat, being able to use your local fiat or your local currency, right? In whichever country you are, to be able to convert that, let's say, into BNB or into Solana. And we're offering that ecosystem where you can come in, put in your local fiat. Through our token, we can convert that into Solana for you, into Binance, into BNB for you, right? Into Bitcoin for you, into Ethereum for you, and to USDT for you, right? So those are the coins that we really deal with. But with our token, you could do that. And then vice versa. Today, the use case, let me give you one of the, I think this is stage 4 of the interactions. Like today, you see that it's been, for me, for example, it's been about 5 years since I used MoneyGram or Western Union. If I'm sending money or even paying even my team, paying my team, I pay them in crypto, right? I pay them in crypto. It's easier, it's faster, it's instant. You get paid instantly, and so that's how today, that's how most people use to send money back to family, friends, pay for goods and services, right? And mobile wallet is coming in to be that token where when you walk up to that ATM, you will be able to use that token to convert to fiat and vice versa. Now, the token would be traded in, once we get listed on exchanges, it will be traded in exchanges, right? Where you can buy and actually sell it. The difference now with this token, and I want to highlight, and if anybody wants to write it down, you could write it down, is that for every transaction that is completed on an ATM, from these partnerships that I just talked about with this telco giants, we get paid a fee, right? Because we're providing a service to them, right? We're providing a service to their clients, and those clients have wallets, right? And those clients do crypto transactions, right? Or they do blockchain transactions. And so each of these transactions, we get paid a fee, right? Once we get that fee, people that own this token get paid out of that fee. Now that fee gets used in terms of it get used additionally to keep developing the system, right? Securing more partnerships, and then it also gets used to pay dividends to those that actually hold the token. So somebody holding that token, you could decide to, like today, you say, okay, I want to go own Apple shares, I want to go own Nvidia, right? I want to go own, AI stocks. you can as well own mobile wallet token, because you will be receiving dividends for actually owning that token, because it actually has revenue coming in because it's doing real-time transactions.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you once again. So guys, like they have a lot of utilities about their token. You can check out their website. So, do you have any pre-sale or any private sale for now? Like, how can people actually collect your token? Could you share a bit about this?
Yes, so excitingly enough, I'm sure most of the community, as well as our community, would be the first hearing this from you guys, or from this AMA. We are starting our private sale on November 1st. Right, and more information will be provided by that. We're starting the private sale to give an opportunity for people that want to come in early for the token to be able to buy into the token. And so that's coming up. We'll run it from November 1st to November 15th for that private sale, and shut it down on the 15th. And so we're inviting everybody, check out our website. Like I said, our website, our social media links. We have a link tree with all our social media pages. You could check that out, and you could buy in early into the token. So that is coming up November 1st.
Okay, best wishes for this for the November 1st actually. So people listed here with them and also do follow their all kind of social if you want to get their the further information actually. So I think you already talked about your partnership and the collaboration, everything actually. So I just okay, that is a good question. Like there have been a mention that is the certain areas of Africa, but moving towards like how will the mobile wars network scale a global level? I think you already talked about this. So what can I ask
I can touch, yeah,
actually?
let me touch a little bit on
Yeah.
that in the global ecosystem.
Yes.
Well, if you guys follow us through on our white paper, we also, and on our website, you would see our roadmap, right? Again, the reason we started with Africa, if I didn't emphasize it a little bit more, it's because surprisingly enough, which is a fact, right? You can check that on different platforms, including CoinGecko. It's the adoption of crypto. It's higher in African countries than it is in Europe, right? It's higher in African countries and Asian countries than it is in Europe and the US. And so, if you want to think about it, if you're starting a business, wouldn't you go where it is more friendly? People are more welcoming to your ideas and more welcoming to your system. I mean, you think of putting it here. Just think about the U.S. and how passing this on into the U.S. It still has some time, right? They do have quite a bit of wallets and the big entities, engaging into crypto through the EFTs today. But again, the common individual actually engaging into it, they really don't have that exposure yet as they do in these countries. And so when you look at it from a global scale, we're starting with Africa, a few African countries, right? I can tell you straight up, we're moving from Cameroon, we're going to Liberia, Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and then other countries out of that. That is within the continent of Africa, right? And then we shift our next phase into Asia, which has a huge adoption and a huge usage of cryptocurrency, right? When we shift to Asia, then we shift to South America, and then we go on to Europe, and then we come into the US, because the US is going to really, in reality, they're going to be the last ones to actually put in place laws and rules that would guide, the crypto ecosystem.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you. And also, when you are like I can see introducing this kind of project, like you have to concern about the security, which is the major things I can say. So, how do you provide the security? I think you already talked about this, but could you share the firstly, actually, like how do you provide the security for users and their money, and also how do you manage the regulation issues in different countries, and do you have any kind of audit or not?
Yes, thank you. That's a very good question. And the reason sometimes, like they say, don't try to reinvent the wheel when there's already one, right? That was the reason why initially when we started, right, we decided to go ahead and secure the partnerships with companies that are already regulated. If you look at it, we are not doing it like solo. We're not solo. No, we're doing it in partnership with telco giants like MTN, telco giants like Orange that are spread around the entire continent of Africa, right? When we get into Europe, we're going to create those same partnerships with those telcos. These are people with licenses. And I'll state that in most of these countries, we also have a license, a telecommunication license to be able to do telecommunication. So we are authorized to operate in those countries. To answer your question of regulations, we're familiar with my entire team and our entire, workforce is familiar with the rules and regulations for those countries. When we go to each country, we get the company is registered locally as well, right? You have the headquarters of the company here in the US, but in each country you have a subsidiary, 100% subsidiary that is registered, that adheres to the local laws. And the reason we do that also is because we want to be able to do things the right way and adhere to regulations. And we make sure that we check the boxes, especially, can you do this in this country? Are you allowed to do this? We already checked all those boxes. That's why today you can see, we could show you an ATM and somebody actually doing a transaction on there. We've secured those partnerships already. And again, in addition to security, right? Most of the wallets, we're working with, we've talked about the security on the side of secure with the partnerships that we've secured. These guys have security on their systems. Now let's talk about you as an individual, as with your wallet, right? You have your wallet, you have your secret key, which is something that you have to keep very confidential and, out of the reach of anyone else. So you are doing a transaction from your wallet. It's not any different than when you're sending, right? When you're sending to someone else, or when you're asking somebody to send you crypto into your wallet. Your wallet is your personal belonging. That's something that's the entire idea of creating Bitcoin, and making sure that you have control of your money, right? You have your wallet is your money, and you have your securities put on it. What we've done is we've just created a bridge for you guys to be able to transact. And on our sides, we have we have securities built in place in our as we build our software, and it's going to be it's going to be secure for you to do your transactions. Let me put it that way.
Okay, so I think like you're very secure in manner. No worry, definitely. They have their team members. They're working behind this project to make it more successful. So how do you plan, Gerland, like attract more people actually all over the world? What is your marketing strategy? Like I can see you're doing a lot of partners with different crypto, like I can see the community and others. So what is your another marketing plan?
So basically, what we have in terms of marketing, it's we do have like currently we do have our ambassadors program that we run, right? For those that want to hop on and be able to be ambassadors for mobile wallet token, and we do reach out through mostly social media platforms, which is kind of like the environment for when you for tokens for you to be able to advertise. And we use our teams to post most of the updates you can get really from our Telegram group and from our Twitter account or X account. You would see that. So we use that to reach out to the community. What we really want to, and what when we're reaching, what we are really trying to emphasize is we're trying to highlight what is the difference between, we're not a meme coin, right? You can tell from what we're doing. We are a utility token with a utility behind it. And we're trying to tell people this is not, we're not going to tell you come here and you're going to get a 2000x. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, I just want to set the record straight. You're not going to come here and get a 2000. We don't want those kind of people, right? If you're coming here, if you're coming for mobile wallet token, you're coming to invest in a project that has visibility, that has potential, that can bring you rewards. You can actually come in, invest in the token, and be able to get a retirement off of that, because then you get dividends being paid for you holding that token. So again, yes, we can control the market, buy and sell, but for people that understand what we are and the partnerships that we have secured already, this is going to tell you that this is something that is going to be used down the road. I'll give you a quick example. Today, MoneyGram Western Union, before they would send you money and they'll give you a code, you would go to a location, maybe a bank or an approved center, and you'll do your withdrawals, right? These same partners that we have signed partnerships with them today, MoneyGram, Western Union, World Remit, you know what they're sending today? They're sending money into M-Pesa in Kenya. They're no longer sending you a reference. They're sending it directly because they've created they've done that integration. And think about it. We are at the end of that road, right? We are the people, we are the ATM sitting at the end of it where you come and receive your money. So when you think about it, there's no way around us because we are at the end. That is where the road ends. It ends with us.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you for this. And also, like, may I know, like, do you have any plan integrated with AI technology, like to provide the more security? And also, do you have any plan, like, engaging more features actually in your project?
Yes, we currently have a full team of developers as well as AI. I mean, with AI coming in today, you want to be able to do things more efficiently, but you also want to keep people's information, not only information secured, but you also want to keep, because you holding mobile wallet token, you are an owner of mobile wallet token, right? You're an owner of the company, and we want to make sure that you are secured. So we have processes in place today as we're building, and we're testing those along. Sometimes we'll down the road we'll do a demo, a real life demo of what our securities are and what we've put in place, and so we'll be able to share that with our through our social media platforms, and you guys will be able to appreciate what we have put in already. And we keep working on it every day to improve it. We have pen testers. We have people that are just there to try and see if they can hack into the system. So we have that on a constant basis, and we follow the trends, and we keep our dev team as well as our operators up to date in terms of security and all that comes around it.
Okay, yeah, got it. And also, like, do you have any kind of mobile app for now, or how can people actually get engaged in your project? Actually, do they need any kind of like registration, or like what are the requirements?
The requirements to get into the token, or the
Yeah,
requirements to be able to use the service.
yeah, like is your service? How can people engage with your community? And also, do you have any kind of mobile app? And also,
So
where
we
can
have
people get your
yeah,
information?
okay. Thank you. Now again. So we do have our website. We're trying to keep everything on our website. We're building the DApp, which is an application that goes on the ATM, which is what the end users, you and I, would go when we go to that ATM. Want to make sure that that software is there for us to be able to link our wallets and transact easily. But right now, most of our information right now is stored. We have it on our website, mobile wallet.app. You can go on there. I think the link should be pasted on the chat. Excuse me. And we have when you come to our Telegram page, we do keep information updated on there, and we educate you on what the next steps are. And then also on our Twitter account or X account, we do update people on how to get involved. So those are the mediums you can get to us as of right now. Once that DApp becomes available and it's been integrated, we will be able to show that, but you would also be able to get that on the App Store as well as on the Google Play Store.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you for the information. And also, people, they have some amazing videos. You can check out it from their website or other social actually. Later, I will share in our community. So, Jelon, I think we covered everything, but what is your future plan like according to your roadmap, and currently which stage you're working?
So yeah, we touched base a little bit on that earlier. So right now, where we are, the stage where we are currently integrating the DApp. The back end of it has been completed, right? We're currently integrating the DApp into the ATM operating system, right? And making sure that we can start testing down the road. Probably by early December, within December, we should be done, and we should be able to at least showcase what the entire flow is going to look like. right? We have a video already of how it's going to work for anybody that is interested. That again, that is on our social media platforms. You could see how you could deposit and withdraw from your wallet. Really, we have that already because we have to build that infrastructure and we have to think ahead of time. So we're already in the process of completing that integration of that DApp, and we'll be putting that into the ATM, and we should be able to show the community real life, like somebody in real time walking up to an ATM and actually doing a deposit, buying Solana or withdrawing from their wallet, Phantom wallet, Trust wallet, whatever, Binance wallet, whatever wallet you want. It doesn't matter to us. You can withdraw from any wallet on any exchange.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Gerland, for answering this question. So I think we are enough for now. We can wrap this session. Before that, I would like to say people just do join their community and also check out their information. So, do you have any closing remarks for now, or any advice for community?
Yeah. So just general advice for everybody. I know sometimes we get hyped about new projects we want to invest in. We want to, maybe everybody wants their money to work for them, right? I would always just advise, just do a little bit of due diligence. Look at it. Look at the reality, and look at what is the case study, right? Is this something that I can use today? That's something that we could say with certainty, right, for our projects. But just advice to everybody out there, guys. When you want to invest into a project, look at it and see what is it. Is it something that I could use today? Is it something that is going to be used, 5, 10 years down the road, and you can invest into it? Join our community on Telegram, on Twitter or on X. We have a Facebook page and Instagram as well. So feel free to join us. We are really community based. That's why the owners of the project are those are going to own the mobile wallet token. So we invite you guys to join us. We are very open. You can we are very open. You can ask questions, and really some of the improvements and the ideas that we've developed from our securities and AI improvements are questions that have come from the community. So we are really heavily dependent on the community to make that progress, because if you guys tell us this is what we need, then we sit together and the team sits and thinks about it and then see how we could improve it. So we'll be more than happy to have you guys on our community, to join the community, the mobile wallet community, and see how we could make crypto adoption at least a reality, because that makes life easy for all of us.
Yes, definitely. So, guys, if you want to make your life very easy, you can join our community. And also, I think we covered everything to this email. But if you have any more question and query, just go to their social. Like you'll find in our Axion their website, Twitter, and Telegram, and put your question there. They will answer your question definitely. And also, like they have a lot of utilities. You can use their coin. You can purchase their coin and everything. So just do follow actually, and I wish you good luck, Jalan, for your I can say that is like an amazing project definitely. So like you're trying to make easier like for our daily use actually. So thank you, Jalan, once again for having here, and thank you, Crypto Axion community. Wish you good luck everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Axon. Thank you, Austin, for hosting.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Bye, guys.